Today we're going to another country, well actually two countries. We're going to go through Austria and go into Italy. And the plans are to sort of just stop off just outside of the Austrian border and pick up the Austrian vignette, which basically is a little sticker you put in your van windscreen or your car windscreen, and it's like 10-11 euros. It covers you for 10 days to use the motorways and the highways and things like that. We're going to go over the Brenner Pass into Italy, so we may or we may not get into Italy today. It's probably likely we will do though.
We've just stopped at a little petrol station now. The Austrian border is literally just round that bend there, but we have to come in for a little vignette, which I think Danny's just mentioned, so he's just gone to bob in there before we go into Austria. Here he is with a little vignette.
Vignette, we didn't get a sticker though.
What?
It's like a digitally one. It's registered with our signature.
I can't stick that on my windscreen.
No, but you can use that afterwards, so that's like our 10-day receipt, just to say we've got 10 days now. It was €11.50.
Hi ho, it's off to Austria we go.
Let's see how much what the speed limits are, because we're pretty much at the border now. Here's the border of Austria.
I'll take a picture of that because I never have the speed limits anywhere, so it's always handy to remember.
There we are, we're now in Austria.
Oh, it's a weird concept, isn't it?
So strange.
This will be about where the sat-nav starts losing bloody speed limits. It doesn't tell you your speed limits, does it?
Well, as British people as well, this is different, because like when we leave a border you instantly need to show your passport and stuff, but because of the Schengen area it's just border free, so you very, very rarely get asked for a passport.
Fantastic, isn't it?
There's a sign, 80, going in the tunnel.
Just in the little toll booth area now for the, is it the Brenner Pass?
Brenner Pass, yeah.
We're thinking it's about €11. Yeah, €11 for cars and bikes, so I reckon that should be us. There's some vans in front, so we've strategically gone there. So, yeah. This is the road that'll take us to Italy, isn't it?
Italiano. The home of pizza.
Yes.
Danny loves pizza.
So we've just gone to the Brenner Pass now. We've just gone through the toll roads. Get a little receipt. It cost us €11 for the van. And we're on it now. I don't know how long it's for, if we go through a tunnel, if it's a mountain pass or what. All we know is it takes us towards Italy, so yeah, not mega clued up, we just know we have to do it.
Italiano!
You're just excited for the pizza?
Oh yes, I am. I mean, we won't get one today, it's Sunday and everywhere in Europe shut on a Sunday, innit, so might have to be during the week, but definitely having a proper Italian pizza.
Yeah. Yes, Britain, take note, the government. These guys actually have a rest, they don't work as morning, noon and night, weekends and, well, yeah,
can't really have that.
That's a good point actually. Look, there's the Italian border.
That is it, we are in Italy now. There we are, we're in Italy.
Isn't it mental this? I love this.
I've never been in Italy.
Yay.
Let's see how mad the drivers are.
Yeah. There's an actual minimum speed limit here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, I was looking last night just to sort of check up on road signs, speed limits and all the rest of it, and there's a minimum one. It's like, I mean, I suppose it's efficient, but yeah, it's never known of a minimum speed limit before.
Italians are meant to be notorious for the driving as well, aren't they? So that'll be
interesting.
It might not be too bad where we're going, but once you get nearer the cities, I think that's when we'll see what it's really like.
Craziness.
I can join them. You can't beat them, join them.
Well, first impressions of Italy are not too shabby. Ain't that gorgeous?
Just like being in bloody Germany or Austria.
Definitely not the same as being in Hull.
Just more pizza.
You want pizza?
Seen 2 pizzerias already, we've only been here 10 minutes. It's looking good for me.
Well, we're on these horrible roads again.
This is how you get to places to see stuff. You can't see stuff if you've don't get to crappy roads. So this is the first time me or Leah have been to Italy, so far, first impressions of it, spectacular. What do you think, Lee?
Stunning. Yep. Absolutely stunning.
You've just seen in the previous video images that's kind of what we've got, but it's just everywhere you look. There's valley, there's mountains. Yeah, it's spectacular. Just need a pizza now. Originally the park up I'd found was just up that road there, which you may see a bit of snow. Unfortunately we couldn't get up there because of the amount of snow on it, so we've parked on this alternate one, which to be honest I think the views would be hard pressed to be any better a bit further up, but where we're kind of heading up is up sort of in that direction into that tree line to find this so-called waterfall to hell. There's a few little walk-like plaques, footpath signs explaining what's where and how long, so sort of I'll see what these are saying. I mean, I'm not fluent in Italian by any means, but I would say that means waterfall path to some sort of cascata means cascade, so I would say waterfall path to the Cascades. That's what I'd say. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, this was the road which we were supposed to be going up to get to the Cascades, but as you can see, it's still pretty well like covered in snow, so there's absolutely zero chance of that. So much snow, in fact, we've just passed 2 people with the skis on, so there must be a lot more snow up there.
This is a road.
Supposed to be, yeah. So this is just the signs that we're still coming out the back end of winter, really. So they've got clearings, but where the shade is, the road's still quite heavily snowed in, so we made the right decision parking where we did. Happened earlier.
Falling.
Well, that's quite deep snow, isn't it? For your little legs in the air.
The best one is...
I'll just have to help her. You're here right now, yeah? We're about a 5-minute walk from the Hell waterfall. You can see there's a bit of snow ahead to get through, so that's our next sort of challenge, is people just behind you might just actually see somebody just sort of coming by skiing in the distance over there. That's the easy way of doing it, we're walking. Still a lot of snow in this area. The path is at least sort of a foot deep in this area. I've just gone into my ankles, so in shorts that's really good. Our little path now though is starting to veer off down this place, which has not got as much snow. So hopefully we'll start dropping downhill and get below the snow line again, but opposite us is a lot of the paths are still closed. But without tempting fate, I think we're through the worst of the snow. There's a bit to the side of us and I'm just walking through a little now, but it's definitely sort of thinning out and becoming a lot more easy to navigate along this path. We're almost at the Hell Cascade now, just coming through this little forestry track. It's not too far. I've seen a few people on the path a bit further up on the other side of the valley, so it's obviously quite accessible this way, but it's been sort of a lot more different than what we've expected, really. I knew when we was in Germany we was in the snow, and we know we're in the mountain regions here, but actually getting to where we're parked, there was the odd little patch of snow, but as soon as we've got parts have actually come 20-30 metres higher, you've hit a lot of significant snow. So yeah, it's been quite tricky to walk on today because it's in that thawing stage, so everything's slippery and icy. On this little sort of picnic area, you see these are your views from it, so I think what we're probably going to do is stop and have a bit of a drink and a bit of a breather, because this is pretty damn good. I was going to cheers us then, but it's only water, isn't it? All I can think about is pizza. What day can I have pizza?
You're obsessed with pizza.
I mean, pizza is my favourite food, and I've never been to Italy, and Italy is the home. Thank you. Italy is the home of pizza, so let me have a pizza. Got to cross this little stream. Yeah, at some point. That way might be a good idea, or I'd probably go straight for it, but this is just a meltwater. So this is the little crossing we've got to do. You can see Leah being very sensible, taking the shoes off there. How was that, Leah?
Horrible. I thought it'd be sensible not having wet feet in my trainers. But that's still all snow that is coming through. Oh my god, that was actual pain. My feet are the same colour as my nail varnish. Oh.
We're going to leave the park up we've been at for the day. We've just had some lunch, and what we're going to do is head away from this area and get a bit deeper into like the mountainous regions, like towards the Dolomites, where we've got quite a few things planned there. So we're going to go ahead there. It's about an hour and a half drive, so we're going to head there, try and get there for like about 4 o'clock ish, get parked up for the night, and then we can do some hikes around there tomorrow. So we may spend probably the next week or so in that area. Well, we're at our little park up for the evening in this beautiful little nature park up. We've got a hike tomorrow which we're going to do up that path there to see like a pyramid thing which is all being made out by erosion. Just thought I'd give you a quick show where we are really, but there's only us here. Pretty nice to be honest. That's the van there, just in its own little spot. Really, these are basically our room for the night, our hotel, so not a bad spot at all. We've woken up at our park up in Italy. It's our second day here. You can see the sun's just starting to come out now. We had a lovely quiet night here in this little forestry park up that I showed you last night. The only issue was about 6 o'clock this morning they had some road sweepers coming round and sweeping this gravel off the road. Why at 6 o'clock in the morning I'll never know, but yeah, they disturbed us a little bit, so we had like an extra hour or so in bed, got up about 8:30. So that's kind of the idea of what we're going to see today, but on a much larger scale. I think though, in all honesty, we're probably going to move on later on after we've done this hike, probably stop here, get some dinner, and then move on to a place we've just seen, Lago di Braies, I think, a lake, the Lago di Braies, a little lake in like a mountain area where there's walks around, and hopefully we'll find some free or cheap parking there, because one thing we have noticed in the Dolomites is just how expensive everything is. Like one of the areas we was going to go to was the like Tracimi Lavaredo, I believe it's like the famous three peaks in the Dolomites, and we found out yesterday that there was a toll road which gets you up there, but that costs you €45 per day for a camper van. So if we stayed overnight in there, you'd have to pay twice, which would be €90, and we're not going to pay that anyway. And the fact that it apparently doesn't open until May. Well, today's a new day and a new selfie stick. My second of the trip. We've only been here 2.5 weeks. Can definitely, just in this forest area, just hear a woodpecker knocking around somewhere. Don't sound like he's far from us. You might just hear him if you can hear over my breathing. There he is. We've come to the first little set of the pyramids. It's not actually them, but it's like a little replica. You can see like a little stone stacking area. I certainly hope that's not them. Anyway, not for all this effort. One thing we've noticed in Italy so far is that there seems to be a lot more snow at lower levels than there was in Germany and Austria, Bavaria as well to a degree. So yeah, this is kind of the remaining snow just on this footpath. It's not a lot to be honest, but we're just concerned now that it may affect us getting to where we want to get in the Dolomites and in the mountainous areas in the next couple of weeks, because some of the passes we've seen are already closed due to snow. Some aren't open till May because of the season, so it may be that we aren't quite going to get where we want to go. We're not really sure what to expect from this pyramid area, to be honest. It's got the potential to be on a massive scale, or the potential to be small on a tiny scale. So small. We're not sure quite what to expect. I've not seen anything other than a couple of quick fleeting images on Google.
Have you noticed the sounds for the pyramids into this place?
No, not yet. I think it might be that way. Not a bad view though, is it? So I've just found out from these information boards behind me, these are actually called the Percha Pyramids. We're just outside of a little town called Percha in northern Italy, not far from the Austrian border. I'm just entering the area now where the actual pyramids are. Looks like there's a bit of a sculpture trail ahead, so I don't think we're far away at all now. Just one little thing I've kind of picked up on in Italy. It's a bit like Britain, where everybody seems to want money out here. We've come on this little path, nowhere until you get to the very beginning of this trail, this pyramid trail. Does it say about it being a fee or a donation? There's a little like an honesty box there, so we've put a couple of euros in just to sort of play our part. But if it continues like this, we're going to be bloody skint by the end of Italy. Well, these are the Percha Pyramids. Formed, I've just read the information, so this isn't in my own knowledge. This is formed by natural erosion. The rock is very sandy, so it's eroded really easy. It actually looks like a hard sand, a bit like a sandstone. Whether these rocks on top or not are formed naturally, I'd imagine they are, because I can't see anybody getting up there to do that. But yeah, this is a lot more impressive than we initially thought, to be honest. We weren't sure what to expect, but it's on a big scale, so yeah, this is pretty impressive, and there's more just down there. So yeah, this is pretty impressive, and there's more
Behind the scenes of Danny doing his little YouTube channel. I ain't got the mic on, but he's doing good, bless him, with selfie stick number 2.
Yeah. There's a series of viewpoints in this area. We've just started at the very top one. We're going to make our way down to the middle one and then the lower one. I think there's 3 in total, so these give a different perspective. I reckon the bottom one will be quite good, looking up at the actual pyramids. I know I just said in the previous thing about it being like a little payment, an honesty box, but it's worth a couple of euros for putting the honesty box. I think a couple of euros is more than fair. It's just a footpath up. You're only going to spend 10 minutes or so in this area, but yeah, it's quite impressive. It's actually overachieved what I thought it might have been. Somebody's had a little go here just on this little fence post and making their own little mini pyramid. There's little bits like this all over the place actually. The views from this middle platform seem to give it a lot more different perspective. You can just see a little bit more like in the distance of how much there is, because up there's a couple of trees in the way. But yeah, it's been really good to come and see this actually. It's something you probably won't get to see often in life, so quite happy with that. I still don't quite for the life of me though get how these rocks are still on there. They definitely haven't been placed, but they're on every one of them. It just seems a bit too symmetrical, you know what I mean. Well, we've moved on from where we were this morning at the Pyramid Park Up, and we're now at this park up here at a place called Lago di Braies, or Lake Braies in English, but these are views from the car park. It's cost us €6 for a 24-hour ticket. Ends at 11:59 p.m, so I think what we're probably going to do is stay here tonight and then in morning get up early and pay for another ticket so we can have a little go around the hiking trails around here and then maybe get off elsewhere. But this looks pretty stunning so far. I mean, we're only about a 10-minute drive up from the lake as it is now, but this car park's brilliant for what we want. There is just a height barrier there behind us, which if you're in a big camper van is an issue, or a high top. Luckily we're only in a low top van, so we can get under the 2.5 metre height barrier. I think we're about 2.2, 2.3 metres with our awning on top, so we've managed to get in here okay. So we've only had to pay for a car because I think that's all they expect to get in. Well, it's our luck struck again. We've just come to this Lago di Braies car park and we're just making our way this 10-minute hike up the path to the lake, and as you'll see, bloody snow again. So there is still quite a lot of it, as I said in the last video, around a lot more in this sort of area than there was in Germany. I mean, I'll show you a quick video of this seat in a minute. The little bench just there you might see under about maybe 2 to 3 foot of snow, so that's possibly why it's as quiet as it is. But I genuinely think we've timed this really well, because I think a week or two earlier would have still been pretty much struggling to get through the snow and get onto these roads, so this has been pretty much perfect timing. I'm trying my best not to go arse over tit here, but because it's like slushy in the middle here, it's just slippy, but I can't step off the path because the snow's about a foot or 2 deep at the side of it. So yeah, these bits here are about a good foot and a half deep.
Like Torval and Dean.
Like Torval and Dean. We just see now the actual walks opening up into the valley side where the lake is, with these spectacular mountains. If we weren't sure about like sort of how much snow and ice it has up here, we've just got to the lake and it's actually frozen over. Yeah, as we were just saying, we've just actually got to the point where the views are and the lake is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the views are absolutely stunning through this gap, but the lake behind me is just thick ice, as you'll see. I'll go a bit closer so you can see that. But yeah, that is a frozen Lago di Braies, or it's also known as Pragsa Wild Sea. I'm not too sure. So yeah, it's disappointing, but not disappointing at the same time, because we've never seen anything like this before.
He's chattering over there now. Bless him. He does this a bit more professional than me. He's got microphone and self-stick and whatnot. I just wander and just gibber, not that much. My face don't often get in it now though, because I've swollen to the size of like a little blob. My own doing, too much drinking and eating cheese, but there you go.
You might just actually be able to see just behind me here where there is the start of sort of the melt. Coming along this way behind me, you can just sort of make it out. Beautiful, like greeny blue coloured water, all heading off in that direction towards the river. I mean, there's still a lot to sort of come from the mountains by the looks of it, but this is beautiful. This is really, really nice.